Hey, what up, everybody? I'm Quadarius.
And I'm LaShondra. And what's your name?
What's your name?
Juice.
And what is this?
Real life with the Williams. We're gonna show you how to have fun. Being married and still young. Living for Christ with the one. It's not always good days, but it's not always bad times. Cause the sun do shine. With Christ will be fun. Real life with the Williams. Real life with the Williams.
Hey y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another Real Life with the Williams. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yep.
And leave us comments and let us know, about different topics that y'all want us to talk about.
Yeah.
And make sure you turn that notification bell on so that y'all are notified of every time we upload a video.
Yeah, exactly. Let us know. Like, we got topics that we want to talk about, but we would like to talk about what y'all want to talk about as well. And so, we can make this conversational. I know we ain't live or anything like that, but like she said, comment on it. And, yeah.
Because we do comment back.
Yeah.
We can have a full-blown conversation in the comments.
Yeah. That look good, don't it? Chandra made this. Do that again.
He said,
Do it again, Deuce.
y'all, we have been out. We have been super busy, honestly. Just getting, readjusted, being back in Texas. Because a lot of y'all do know that we did move back from Colorado back to Texas. We felt like, as we mentioned before, that Colorado was...
Can we talk? Okay, all right.
As we mentioned before, we felt like Colorado was like a rebirthing season for us.
Yeah.
So we have just been busy, just trying to, get stuff in order. And then, of course, we came back to Texas and we hit the ground running.
Hit it running. Like, once we getting acclimated to our new jobs, and stuff like that, that we just been busy. Like, and it's not necessarily busy doing anything in particular. It's just we're just busy getting reacclimated still to a new area here in Bedford.
Yes.
So we're in a good area. But yeah, so sorry about the slowness of the video, but let's hop to it. We got a fun topic,
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting topic.
Pretty interesting topic.
But first, we have to tell y'all Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yes, you are absolutely Happy New Year.
And we promise this New Year gonna be a little different. We're gonna definitely try to get videos out in a timely manner. I promise you.
Definitely. We've been a little slow to it. Like I said, we've been in busy season in our lives, but no excuses. We thank y'all for y'all support. These 5 months we've been in Texas, it's been very transformational as well. And it's been real cool. I'm an 8th grade math teacher at Uplift Grand in Grand Prairie, and I love those kids, It started off as a challenge, but those the stories that you really live for are the challenges.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Just like that time, what that girl said to you whenever she had passed her test.
Yeah. So when she passed the test, first off, she didn't want me to tell her her grade, because she was like, she was scared to let me down. That meant a lot to me. And then when I told her that she made 100 on the test, she looked at me and said, "Dead ass." And I said, "What?" I was like, "Huh?" I said, "Say that again." She said it again, and I honestly didn't hear her because we were masked or whatever, and I honestly didn't hear her. But anyway, so that was just phenomenal to me that she had the confidence to just say that and not scared her. She wasn't afraid to be herself.
She was not afraid of the consequences if any came in behind it.
Because that's the environment that I foster, and that's why I love what I do. What about you?
Yeah, like for me, I am an office manager / administrator for a home care company. I really love my job. It's very flexible, which I am super, super, super happy of, because I got this little boy right here. And who not trying to pay for childcare, again, like we mentioned before, is us.
It's us.
And since I have the flexibility to work from home the majority of the time, and even when I do go into the office, it's still closed to the public. And of course, it's probably going to be closed even longer now that COVID is shooting back up, like, I don't know. But I get to take him with me, so that's always a plus. And like I said, it's just very flexible, and I like, I love my boss.
Yeah.
I like my coworkers, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. But let's stop delaying. Let's hop into this topic that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about church hurt today. A lot of people, I see still on Facebook, saying pastor, and stuff like that. Respectfully, in this season of our lives, we're not pastors anymore.
Not at all. And it's not to say that we can't still.
I want you.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, all right.
A lot has happened from the time Cordarius first took his first work up until Colorado. So, I mean, a lot has happened. And that's just kind of like what we hear, just to kind of, shed a little bit of light on for y'all.
And one thing that's not easy seeing is church people being so condescending on people, on church hurt people.
Yeah.
Church people being condescending on church hurt people. Like, this stuff is real, y'all. Like, and
Yes.
we're pastors, and we're able to. We've been on both sides of it. I've been on the side of, okay, get your stuff together and come try it out. Because every church ain't the same. But that's so like. That's the first thing that we understand. I
Right.
understand that every church is not the same. It's just the fact that, like, all of the churches fit under the same umbrella, and it's kind of hard. Once you've been hurt, it's kind of hard to decipher, it's kind of hard to decipher who's good and who's not.
Right. And then one thing I want to just say, too, to clarify, because a lot of people get this twisted and get it messed up.
Yeah.
Our relationship with God has not wavered at all. If
Yeah.
anything, it's gotten stronger.
Yeah.
And like, I hate to hear somebody, oh, well, y'all don't go to church, so XYZ, or y'all don't pastor, so XYZ. No, that is definitely not the case at all.
We still pray.
Yeah, we still pray. We
Still fast.
Yes, we still do everything that we need to do. Like I said, our relationship with God has not wavered not one bit. It has definitely gotten stronger.
But our relationship has gotten stronger, and we are currently in a season of our lives to where we're divorcing religion from relationship. We got a lot of religious people, but you don't got a lot of people who have a relationship with God. Like, the Pharisees were religious, but they didn't have a relationship.
Right.
And so that's kind of what we're doing. We're trying to find God. We're trying to find out who God is for ourselves, regardless, and not who He is for you. Somebody just raised their eyebrows. So can I break it down for them real fast?
Break it down.
Why do we got Baptist churches, Methodist churches, Presbyterian churches, Church of Christ, Jehovah's Witness? We got all of these different denominations that believe God differently. Mm-hmm. If you grow up in a Baptist family, 9 times out of 10, your kid gonna be what? Baptist, because that's how you grew up. And so what we're doing is that we have, this is gonna make some of y'all frown, but I really don't care. All right, we have divorced ourselves from Church of Christ. We've divorced ourselves from any denomination.
We don't affiliate ourselves under no kind of title. We are not Baptist. We are not Presbyterian. We are not Church of Christ. We are not Methodist. We are not Catholics. We are straight up Christian.
And that's what we are, children of God. And that's what we are learning. We're learning, how do we want to present, or how can we present, how do we want to present God to our son? Because like I said, like all of them different denominations, they all have their different beliefs, and that they think they right in those beliefs.
Yes.
And so what we're doing is we're trying to figure out who we believe God to be.
Yeah, for ourselves, and not under the light of how everybody has they have their own, again, opinion on how God works, who He is. All of that still hovers over people and how they interact with who they think God is, or what they think they should or should not do. We put all of that behind us.
Yeah.
We're not associating any of that with, just based off of preconceived thoughts about God or whatever. We're figuring it out for ourselves. But the key to that is we still have Him first. We're not just doing this based off of what we think and how we feel.
How we feel.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. Keep going. But yeah, I agree, and specifically, there have been things, like in my first work, for an example. You know what I just noticed? I ain't got my ring on. Ain't that something? Oh man, I was supposed to have my little red wedding band on. You know, it was gonna go look good with Scarface, and you know, with the jacket and the best hair.
I got the red on for everybody.
Yeah, I know red on.
Still got my Christmas nails. Got my Christmas braces.
Yeah.
That Zori, my niece told me to get, and she didn't see me on Christmas.
Yeah. Man, so you know, there's just been, like he said. What'd he say?
He said Merry Christmas.
You're a little confused. But anyway, y'all, so, you know, my first work for days, there were things while we were pastoring I should have been quit on. You know, some of y'all would have been, what they say, lost your religion. My first work, you know, it was crazy. There was a guy, you know, I was, 22, 23 at the time. And, you know, there was an older guy, you know, older guy, seasoned saint, you know.
Old enough to be his granddaddy is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, great.
Not that old. Baby.
Great. Yeah, great.
Granddaddy, like I said.
Yeah, and so, you know, he tried to come check me, you know, and he put his hand right here on the nape of my neck. You know, we were clean. I'm not lying to you. I wanted to kick him in his kneecap.
He was gonna buckle him.
I wanted to kick. And then when he had like his right hand or something, like, or left hand, whatever hand it was, right there around the nape of my neck, Chandra. And then he was really just jingling his pocket like he had a knife in it or something like that.
And y'all, it was no, and I say this, you know, jokingly, but I'm so serious. It was nobody but God that I didn't see that. I was there, but I was outside. If I would have seen it, I would have lost everything on that old man. Baby, I don't care. Go get your granddaughters, your daughters. It didn't matter because you don't put this is a grown man. I don't care how you look at it because he's younger or whatever the case may be. This is a grown man. This is my grown man. Don't put your hands on him.
Tell him. You know, and it was just crazy, that whole situation. What's up, buddy?
Oh, you put your hand on it.
Yeah. And then it was a guy, you know, in the first work as well. You know, he put his finger this close to my face. You know, and I sat there and laughed. You know, I was like, who y'all think I am? I'm one phone call away from this church being filled up with my people. You know, like, don't...
Baby, don't think my mama wasn't sitting outside one Sunday for no reason.
You know, no, but we joking, we kid about that, but that's stuff that we thinking because we human. But when being a pastor, it's funny that people be like, well, I don't want to come to church because y'all gonna judge me. But being a pastor, it's like everybody judge us.
Yes, all the time over this. And I'm like, bro, being real. Let's be real.
Let's be real.
He's 27. I'm 29.
Yeah, huh?
We still young.
Huh? We still young.
I'm still young.
Hold on, but I'm young. Oh, okay, all right.
But now, like, you know, we're still young and we're still human. Yes, I do. Yes, I do understand that when you are pastors, you are definitely judged by God in a different manner. But as far as being in the church, it's not your place to put me on a pedestal or to judge me every chance you get, or to judge us every chance you get, because we still human.
We still human. It's like we can't cuss, we can't drink, you know, we can't do any of that.
Can't go out and have fun.
Can't go out and have fun. Oh, pastor? You know, somebody told me the other day, they was like, they introduced me as, he ain't a pastor no more. And I looked at her, and it's funny, I hope she watched this so she can laugh. And I looked at her, I said, don't say that no more. And she started like, what? I said, sure, why not? I said, don't say that no more. It's like, you know, as a pastor, it's like, and I'm not ready for that burden. Some of y'all be like, well, that's just the weight that you got to carry. Yeah, you're right, and I understand that. That's why I stopped being it, because I didn't want that weight.
Yeah.
Because before I'm pastor, before she's pastor, I'm Cordarius.
I'm Chandra.
And this is Deuce. This is not the first family. I am who I am. All have fallen short. All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God.
This boy is silly.
But you know, that just, you know, and it's a lot of things, like, you know, from the church that I'm doing a lot of talking, but you know, it's church hurt, and church that really started the church hurt.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, you know, with us branching off from that work to start our own work or whatever, which was cool.
It was very cool.
We didn't mind it, but it was just the fact that
and you want to know what I appreciate about you? I'm sorry to cut you off. you supported me while I was at that church. You told me, you said it's time to go. And I said, give it a little bit longer. You supported me. And then as soon as I said, hey, let's plant the church, what you do? You said, okay. You supported me. And I'm just like, oh, that's dope. No matter what phase, when I said, hey, let's get up and go to Denver, what you say?
Let's go.
You said, let's go. And that's why I thank you in front of everybody for your continued support. You always support me, you know, because you know that I still have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
And so I'm sorry to cut you off, but I had to give you your kudos. It just hit me in my head.
Life with the Williams.
It came in like a
Y'all,
rain.
I deal with this all the time. All the time. It's
Being
always
married
some
and still
random.
young.
But no,
For
I really
Christ
appreciate
with
it
the
though.
one.
But it's like, you
Not
know, we
always
didn't mind
good
starting our own work
but it's
at
not
all.
always
Like, that was
better.
legit. That was cool.
Cause the
Like,
sun too shine.
he had a church full
With
based
Christ
on, you know, who he was as a person, him being a coach and a teacher and Marshall,
Real
like,
life with the Williams.
it influenced a lot of people. Like, so he got a lot of kids, so with the kids came their parents. But it got tiring because at that time I got pregnant.
Yeah.
And with us doing everything,
Setting up, singing,
just getting
preaching.
the whole order of service together every
you used the
Sunday.
church word.
Yeah.
She said order of service.
Because either way, it don't matter if it's a funeral, wedding, church service, it's gonna be the order of service.
The order of, yeah, she took us to church. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog.
That's not, you can't, no.
I can't sing that song?
No.
Or was it just the wrong pitch? Maybe it was the wrong pitch.
No,
Let
that
me try it
was
in
the
a lower
wrong.
octave.
No. I don't think you know what he was talking about in that
I
song.
know what he was talking about.
That's why I say you cannot sing that song.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
But nah, like, you know, and it just got like overbearing. And then
Yeah.
of course from there we did decide to merge with another church, which is, and you know, anybody, I'm gonna just give this disclaimer, which I don't really care because I'm who I am. I'm very blunt and straightforward, but you know, merging with that church was cool, but a lot of it was miscommunicated on the other pastor's end to his flock or to his church or whatever. Like we were very open and transparent with Maverick City before we merged and became one church. But it was like, you know, the lack thereof from that other pastor was just unacceptable. And so that's like, you know, being like how we came to merge as one, but we still fell back on doing everything. I'm 9 months pregnant, setting up chairs, breaking down chairs, doing this, doing that, doing the audio, you know, all of that. That stuff is very tiring, but it's like we merged to give him a break, but that break was he never got that release at all.
At all. And it's when we merged, I was actually supposed to be the youth pastor.
Yes.
You know, because
But
I was just
all
so tired.
and because all his people left, he ended up being the main pastor because
All my people stayed.
because all of our people stayed, but the bulk of all of his people left. That's because of poor communication.
You know, and it took its toll. You know, it definitely took its toll on us, that shift. We're gonna get you some. We're gonna get you some. We're gonna get you some.
He told me to go in the kitchen and get him some milk.
Hey, good job, buddy. Tell her
I'm
again.
gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get it. 'Cause you can get this one out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get it. Yeah, it is strawberry milk.
Yeah, you know, and it just really all boiled down to me just needing a break. You know, I was tired. You know, and that's kind of what we're doing in this season. I asked and prayed for God for rest. You know, and I'm like, we're just resting. You know, we have a lot of church hurt built up, you know. And with that, the one church was great. Like, it started booming until COVID hit.
Until
You know,
COVID
the
hit.
first time, you know. And it was just like, that's when everything started, you know, being burdensome. And I was like, you know, and then, you know, we moved to Colorado. You know, and I was going to be the connections pastor. So the trend is, I'm trying to get out of pastoring, y'all, or ministry, or I'm trying to get out of it because it's very tired. It was very tiresome, and it was taken away from, you know, what my true ministry was. And I'll get to that here in just a minute. But you know, I went to be connections pastor. We talked about that last video.
Yeah.
You know, again,
to rehash.
yeah,
but
communication again.
Communication terrible.
You know,
I don't know what's up with him and finding these terrible communicative pastors, but hey. Let me do a search, and next time, if we decide to get back in the church, I'm gonna be the one to go figure all this out myself.
Yeah, and I told her that she got it. Yeah, no, she right, because she definitely got it. or whatever, you know. But it leads me to, you know, kind of where we are now, and it's just like really needing rest. Like, number one, like church hurt is real, like, you know, and we're really being nicer than we're really what we should, you know, because it's a lot, like, you know, it's a lot of stuff, and y'all know what I want to say, but I know I have also kids who watch this channel as well, but there's a lot of stuff that we went through, you know.
Yeah.
And it's too much for a family. But, you know, I say, all right, God, can I get out of pastor? You know, I say, I always know, you know, these teachers are, once you start, you can't stop. You know, that's what they use. I always teach us. Use the wrong scripture for it, too.
Right.
But anyway, we ain't going to talk about churches and pastors and ministers.
And putting their own scriptures together to make it fit with what they trying to talk about.
Taking stuff out of context and stuff like that. You know, we ain't going to start talking about that because we can talk all day about that. Amen, walls.
Amen, walls and lights.
You know, but, you know, the thing is just that's, no, I can't talk. The thing is just, I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say?
I don't know. I mean, I think he was talking about whenever, like, you know, the season that we're in right now.
Yeah, I got it. So the thing is that, you know, I asked God, can I get my family out of pastoring? And so, you know, he told me, you know, y'all have been taught, ooh, watch this. This is good. Ooh, he's going to make your spirit sizzle. And he said,
that sizzle in your spirit.
Let that sizzle in your spirit. But yeah, no, he told me, he said, Cornelius, you have always been in a pastoring field, in a ministry. He said, but you've looked at ministry only as you pastoring in a church. He said, your ministry, your pastorship is not pastoralship, whatever I'm trying to say. Your ministry is not in the church only. Your ministry is those hundreds and thousands of kids that you talk to, that you have talked to over the course of your career. He said, your ministry, Chandra, is teaching and coaching. That's what he told me. Or being in education, because I'm not coaching right now. But he said being in education. I'm life coaching, which is ministry.
Yes, it is.
You know, and so it's like my ministry is teaching and my ministry is coaching. And that's and I feel the best I've ever felt, because I don't have to worry about what I say in front of an audience. I don't have to worry about people judging me if I say the wrong thing. I don't have to worry about if people see me at a pool bar or a joint, you know, and be like, oh, pastor, ain't you the pastor of one church? You are here. Like, so what if I'm just not, that's just not me.
Yeah,
you know?
He's still able to pour into people without the title of a pastor.
You know what I'm saying? And not the burden of it.
Yeah.
The burden of it, like the judgmental views of it. You know, and that's y'all really the ones that low-key cause my dang anxiety. You know, so if I'm being honest, you know, just trying to please people. And right now where I'm at, I don't care what you think. You know, and I really learned that I don't care what you think about this video. You know, like I don't care what you think about what I said that any church is a denomination. I don't care. You know, because this is my channel. And as a pastor, I couldn't really talk. I couldn't be myself. I was so tactful that I wasn't having fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. I mean, you know, like when I first met Cordarius, first got with him, and you know, as we were getting to know each other and each other's families, Cordarius was never really a family person. He very standoffish. You know, that's just how he was. I mean, so much so.
I'm standoffish. I'll be over here. Oh. It's in a verse. She said, I'm standoffish.
You talking about here by
Alicia Carr.
Yeah. I was a little lost, y'all.
I just heard, you know me. I heard the words, and I heard, so you know, I gotta start singing.
Well, I'll lose my train of thought completely. So.
I apologize.
But
You was talking about being, I was standoffish.
Oh, he was like, he was very standoffish or whatever. You know, so much so even to where some of my family was like, he don't like us, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But it wasn't that, he just wasn't, you know, that involved. But where he is now, I mean, you know, being real, he didn't have a relationship with really any of his daddy's side of the family at all.
Yeah.
From the 8-9 years we've been together, not a relationship at all. But now, man, for Christmas, we had what's that saying, a hoo-ha good time, or?
Oh, no.
We had a good time at his daddy's house with all of his Timbo and all of his 15 kids.
Yeah. You know, and that's what it's all about. You know, we are learning that life is too short. Life is too precious. You know, we're young. live your life, bring glory to God. You know, we're all human. You know, everybody has a skeleton, 2 skeletons, 3 skeletons in their closet.
Or a closet full.
You know, or a closet full. But you know what? That person that got a closet full, you know, versus that person that only got 1 in there, you know, at the end of the day, y'all still got a skeleton is a skeleton.
A skeleton is a skeleton.
It's an even playing field at the foot of the cross.
It is.
And so, you know, that's what we are. You know, church hurt is real. You know, I'm praying for God's grace. You know, if I'm wrong, God have grace on me. You know, but this is a time of rest for us. You know, like she mentioned earlier, we don't have a church home. You know, and you know, we're just church hurt. You know, and I know there's some that's gonna watch this and tune their nose up to that. But guess what? I don't really care. You know, because this is not your life. This is my life. And go ahead.
No, I'll say because again, what is that? Judgmental.
It's judgmental, and that's a
like
good
we
point.
just don't like we are because it's like a lot of people, especially older church people, when they hear our perspective, they can y'all just done put the church down. No, we ain't just out here living raunchy or just whatever the word, you know, we ain't just out here just living any kind of way we want to, because at the end of the day, we still have a God to serve.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's not like we just out here doing whatever, however. We're not living like that. We're just living for us.
For us.
But we still have God first.
First, defining what's right for us. What's right for me may be wrong for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to each his own. And these are all debatable, what church people say, debatable biblical topics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but yeah, that's really, you know, like where we are right now, you know, again, like, you know.
We are vibing. That's our word.
That's our word
is vibe.
You know.
Very intentional about everything.
Very intentional about everything. We're intentional about our marriage, and we're intentional about everything that we're doing.
How we raising this little knucklehead.
You know, and the thing about it is, this has been the best season of our life. You know, this has been the best season of our life. It's been the best season of our life financially. It's been the best season of our life maritally. You know, it's been the best season of our life as far as how we feel parenting. Now, it's hard because this boy is in his twos, you know. But, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, but we're very intentional about what we do, you know, and so, you know, that's pretty much like all I got to say, you know, as far as the topic. Make sure that you guys comment, you know, on it, you know, share it, do whatever you got to do.
Give us your input.
Yeah.
You know, let us know, like, how you feel about some of the stuff, whether you agree, disagree. Bless you. Make sure you tell the announcement, man. You know, whether you agree, disagree, or just, you know, you want to hit us up, you know, privately, say, oh, well, I got some questions about XYZ. Feel free, because we are open to whatever. It's like we're not, when I say we don't pass judgment on nobody, how you view stuff might not be how I view it, but I'ma always have a listening ear, because you might teach me something that I don't know, or that, you know, it's stuff like that.
It's stuff like that. You're right.
Boy.
Yeah, you're right, or whatever. But yeah, so business plug. I am a certified life coach.
Yes,
that's another thing that we started in this season. I'm a certified life coach. Got my own little business or whatever called Good Vibes, and you know, and I just do life coaching, and it's real cool. And I'm really appreciative for everybody that shared a post, that's really done things to, you know, love you, buddy. That's really done things to, you know, really help.
He just wiped his kiss off.
Boy. You know, I really appreciate all of y'all for liking, sharing, doing whatever you can, you know, for helping me out. You know, shout out to Janie for my first flyer. Janie Nicole does everything. Shout out to Christian CLM Customizations for doing my second flyer. Yes. You know, and I really appreciate it. If you need a life coach, you know somebody who needs a life coach, holler at your boy.
And we are still looking for, like, somebody consistent to, like, you know, make our shirts. And, you know, like, just to help us promote what we're trying to do as well. So if y'all got some plugs, let us know. We are definitely looking for them. We need somebody that's going to be timely, you know, that's very responsive, professional. So we still looking for that as well. We need a t-shirt made.
Yeah, I'm done, buddy. We done. So anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in again. This has been another episode of Real Life with the Williams. Put it, so give him the peace sign. Peace, peace.
Real life with the Williams. We're gonna show you how to have fun. Being married and still young. Living for Christ with the one. It's not always good days, but it's not always bad times. Cause the sun do shine. With Christ will be fine. Real life with the Williams. Real life with the Williams.